Hello, everybody. So, question for you. How is your relationship with time? I just want you to think about that for a second because I was up this morning, woke up 30 minutes late, and I felt frantic from the moment that I got up, and I stopped rushing after about 5 minutes because I was like, I am not getting my 30 minutes back. It is 4:30 in the morning. I should have been up at 4, and I'm not getting my time back. So I might as well stop rushing around and be deliberate about it. And it led me to this question, which is the topic for today's FB Live. How is your relationship with time? How is your relationship with time? Because in today's FB Live, I want to talk about the fact that time is, at the end of the day, a construct, which means it's not worth being worshiped. Let me say that again. Time is a construct. It is not worth being worshiped. Don't worship time. And so let me talk about a couple of things that I think makes a lot of sense to think about when you are working through managing your time. First thing, the things, and typically the biggest things that we want in life, they are going to take way more time than we initially anticipated they would, way more time than we really wanted to spend on them, and probably more years than we thought the big goal, the big dream would take. So point number one is it takes the time it takes. It's really important to focus on doing the work as opposed to saying, are we there yet? Are we there yet? Are we there yet? Are we there yet? Like you could spend your whole life doing the are we there yet thing. And some people do. They spend their whole lives achieving the next thing, getting to the mountaintop, and then turning around and going, what's the next thing? And are we there yet? You could do that, but here's the reality. Whatever it is you're going for, it could be as small as I want to make the perfect dish of curry. Whatever you're going for is more than likely going to take more time than you originally thought. It's going to require more of you than you originally thought. And so the question of how long is this going to take and what is it going to, how many months, sometimes you just got to throw that out the window and you got to do the work. Just dive in and do the work. That's the first point. Here's the other thing. I talk a lot about taking daily massive action, or DMA. And DMA is super, super important. You should feel in your life, because what you were put on this earth to do is so important. You should feel like everything is urgent. You should wake up and go, I got this to do and I got that to do and I can't wait to do it, and boom. Like you should feel on a daily basis, if you are living whatever your missions, usually more than one are, you should live in this space of being like, I am so excited to get to work. Now you'll have days where you're tired. You'll have days where you're like, ugh. You'll have days where you're doing drudgery and you won't feel as excited, but there should still be a sense of urgency in you that goes, okay, in order to get to where I say I want to go, I got to get this done. So let me get this done. That is urgency. But a lot of people confuse urgency and desperation. And this is the thing that I want to say. There's a huge difference between operating with the energy of urgency, meaning I need to seize the day, I need to do it, get it done, I need to make it happen. That is urgency, and desperation, feeling like your back is against the proverbial wall, feeling like you've got to go and say to yourself, I better make this happen. I'm so unhappy. If I don't make this happen right now, then, I'm stuck. Huge difference between taking action from the energy of urgency rather than the energy of desperation. And here's the thing. Desperate energy comes in typically when you focused on how will I get there or when will I get there, and you actually didn't put in the time to prepare. So first point about time, and I will say this, time is a construct. Let's not worship it. First thing is it takes the time it takes. Do the work. Dive in, do the work. Second point, and this is a hard one, especially for those of us who have lost years not handling the things that are really important to us, maybe putting other people first, focusing on other people. Here's the second thing. Time will go on whether you show up differently or not. Time's going to move on without you. It is a construct, it is moving on with whether you wake up today and you live your purpose, whether you wake up today and you take care of yourself, whether you wake up today and you do the things in your soul to do. Time is moving on without you. And so time doesn't care how you feel. Time doesn't care what you think about yourself. Time doesn't care if you think you're good enough. Time is going to move on, whether you show up differently or not. So the real question is, how do you want to show up in this moment that you are never getting back again? How do you want to show up in this moment that you're never getting back again? Third and final point I'm going to talk about, because again, time is a construct. Let's not worship it. Time is meant to be leveraged, not worshiped. Let me say that again. Time is meant to be leveraged, i.e. used, i.e. Leveraged. I think leverage is about, time is meant to be leveraged, not worshiped, meaning you should be focusing on what are my priorities for today, not how many hours do I have. Totally different question and totally a different way to plan your day. When you say, what are my priorities for today? You don't care what the time looks like, because you're going to operate first from priority, and then you're going to fit those priorities into the time available. When you operate from, well, what does my day look like, and what's on my schedule, and what do I do? Then time is king, and you are the servant to time, when it should be the other way around. You are king or queen, and time is your servant. So remember, at the end of the day, a couple of things. One, time is a construct. Let's not worship it. Number two, huge difference between urgency and desperation. Be urgent, not desperate, about what you do in moments with your time. And three, time is meant to be leveraged, not worshiped. Don't ever worship at the altar of time. You know why? Because it's moving on without you. And it will never sit with you. What will sit with you are, here are my priorities. Here's what I want to focus my life on. This is the work I want to do. Here's the mastery I need to get to. And I will be here doing the things I need to do for however long it takes. However long it takes. Like, let's stop putting expiration date on dreams that we came into this earth with. Let's stop putting expiration, like, okay, I'm going to give it 6 months. I'm going to start this business. I'm going to see how it goes. How about you say, I've got a great business idea. I don't know how in the world I'm going to do it. And I'm going to figure it out. And I'm going to be here until I do. I'm going to be here until I do. Because that kind of resolve, that kind of commitment, the universe hears that and responds. But the kind of commitment that's like, let's try it for 6 weeks. Let's try it for 2 months. Let's try it for 2 years. You know what? The universe goes, you're not serious. Like, you're not serious. Be serious about what you want and know that you can have it. And don't base it on how old you are, how much longer you think you have. Nobody knows how long they're living. You could be gone today, tomorrow, or 50 years from now. So just act like you got 50 years. Act like you got 70. And say, what is it that I came here to do? As a soul, what did I show up here for? And I'm not leaving till I do it. That's the key to understanding that time is not, you are not at the mercy of time. Time should always be at the mercy of you. All right, everybody, I'll catch you on the next live.